then jump. I'm television's Max Wright. You may know me from the hit television show Alf. But today we have a lot of fun on the show, and it's a lot of good comedy bits. But tonight I'm here to talk to you about a serious issue, and that issue is called anal fissures. Sometimes you have too much butt for your butt to handle on its own. And what you have to do, you have to call a professional to relieve the pressure of the fissure. And you want to trust a certified professional, because let me tell you a horror story. Is I had an anal fissure, okay? Full disclosure, anal fissure. And I didn't go to a reputable anal fissure doctor on the internet. I looked up the internet and I found this, there was a Craigslist ad. What ended up happening was, well, it doesn't matter, but it was a bad situation. And so I'm here to implore you to only use a reputable anal fissure doctor. And I'm Max Wright, and I'm on the show Alf. You got your mic bio on, Jay?
Test.
Hey, thanks everybody for joining us at Grown Man Record Night. I say a lot here on the program, Jay. We got Jay with us.
Steve is back out in L.A.
Steve, no. Steve's down in Georgia.
Round 2 of the audition.
I don't want to spread yarns. No, he's down watching Georgia play F''BALL tomorrow.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Against Appalachian State.
He's a big app guy.
No. In case you didn't know, Steve went to Georgia, and Steve's a big Georgia Bulldogs fan. And so Steve went down there actually with a friend of the program, Bad Benny, who, if you remember, came over one of the times and brought us the insects, and we had those insects on the
Is he the
show.
one that peed in the chair that one time?
No pea chair. That's a different
I do
gentleman.
remember the insects, yeah.
Yeah, but Bad Benny's going down there. He's a big App State guy, and everybody's hoping it's going to be the return of the App beating the powerhouse like they did with Michigan.
I don't know if Georgia is a powerhouse, though. Georgia's just Georgia.
They're-
Average.
Come on now.
Hey, Georgia.
I'm a Notre Dame guy. They got Georgia week 2, and football.
Every year, Georgia.
Bread, sit up.
I liked Mark Richt throughout the time he was there, but it seems like everybody expects him to win that championship every year.
Let me ask you a question. Green 18?
Set.
Green 18. Looking to play my Andy Griffin. What it was football, and I call him Griffin on purpose. So don't be an asshole and leave a comment about it.
He's dead. Mm-hmm. Didn't he die on July 4th?
Two groups of fellas out there, and they were running into one another. So anyhow, thanks for joining us. You know, often we say on the program, I didn't expect to have a show tonight, blah, blah, blah. And, every so often, old Banander goes on call, and so I can't drink or have the show. And I was on call this week. And wasn't going to be doing, I'm off for Labor Day and then a couple more days. So I'm off actually till Thursday next week.
Good for you.
But I was on call, so I would have had to been on call like this whole weekend, which sucks. That kind of defeats the purpose of, taking days off. So this other feller, I paid him $50 to go on call for me this weekend.
Yeah, for all 3 days, that's a pretty good deal.
A little payola.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean,
And if he gets called in, well, that's good overtime for him as well, plus $50. I mean, somebody needs some money, that's cool. And I damn sure didn't want to.
That's like $92 an hour. That's not bad money.
So I didn't want to.
3 in the morning.
So I didn't want to. I didn't want to do it this week because now I'm off till Thursday.
Well, good. That's good.
Yeah.
What do you got planned?
I don't know. This has been a very tumultuous week. In addition to being on call, my dad also had a very bad accident on an ATV, like a side-by-side guy.
He's now a statistic.
I went to a trauma unit earlier this week, and I was at the hospital like 2 in the morning. True story. Ended up just breaking his collarbone. That's all that was wrong.
He's fortunate that that's it.
He is a fortunate son. The problem is he already had a broken collarbone on the other one, so now my dad has 2 broken collarbones.
What do they do for that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
If it doesn't heal,
like
then
a
it doing
rib or
surgery.
like a rib or
it's some
whatever.
shit. But that's been a problem, and
Do they give him a cortisone shot so he can get back out there?
I don't know what happened.
That's football talk.
F apostrophe. F apostrophe B A double L. F apostrophe B A double L. We try to abbreviate things here on the show and keep everything quick, concise. Apostrophes mean abbreviations.
Yeah.
You guys ever snap a lot? So anyway, I didn't think we were going to do the show because I was on call, but then I paid the guy off. And then in the last couple of days, in addition to my dad being hurt, and that's taking up some time, the last 2 nights,
Yeah.
I've been getting like all my joints hurt real bad.
Yeah.
I start running fevers. Seriously.
Yeah, I think it's like, is it a full moon possibly?
I don't know. This is a true story. So I'm running a fever right now. I'm sweating.
Tomorrow night it happens, you might be on to something.
But I feel okay during the day, not great, just kind of tired, and then at night I start running fevers. For real, all my joints hurt.
Where's she got? You been to the doctor?
No. And right now I'm probably running a pretty good fever, but I'm slamming down some old banquet beer, some old Coors Originals, and I ain't drinking no liquor yet tonight, so,
Well, let me tell you, at times like these,
times like
is when you
these.
need a rock star.
Well,
Rockstar energy drink for the rock star in you.
oh. Hey, turn your ball cap around, Jay. Look what you got going on. Oh, a little Houston pride tonight. Thoughts and prayers go out to the folks from Houston.
My brother lives in Houston.
I got a cousin that's down in close to Corpus Christi, which they did get hit as bad as they thought they were.
My brother's in the Woodlands.
Yeah, so we're all thinking of Planet Houston as they're going through their tumultuous time. And tonight, because of that, we have played a few Houston band records kind of mixed in. I know sometimes we do like a theme that we do kind of one-offs all at one time, like a little.
Pretty cool.
But tonight, what we did was we just I mixed in some bands that were from Houston.
We didn't get the Gatlin Brothers. That was one I was really wanting.
I don't think they're from Gatlin, Tennessee. Berg. But they're not.
They're from Gatlin,
Tennessee. Berg. You can put the Berg anywhere you want.
Oh, Lord.
If you want to talk,
Oh, gosh.
you can put the Berg anywhere you want. Jay? Anywhere you want. Delete. 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 Is the cat going to have babies right now?
Getting ready to.
Oh, my gosh. Yep.
Is she really?
Yep.
During the show?
Yep. Kitty?
All right.
Oh, no.
All right. Do we
Oh,
need to go?
no.
Do you want to go outside and do the show?
Go to break. Go to break. Yep. There she goes.
All right.
She's going to have butt babies. What are you doing?
I'm not gonna sit here and watch her have babies.
Yes, you are. You're gonna be all over it.
No. Here, give me my chair.
No. Baby cam. It's like everybody was so interested in that goddamn giraffe.
I'm in the splash zone sitting
No,
over
no,
here.
no.
Man.
No, you're not gonna be in the shot.
No,
You
we're
gotta come
gonna,
over
we're gonna
here.
get a shot.
No, now it's not centered. Bad shot.
No,
Bad shot.
all right. Can you give me something to cover the cat up at least? You know.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, at least half of them is gonna be dead.
I know. That's what. I mean, we're gonna be moving carcasses out of here in the next few minutes.
This is a situation. I don't have a lot for the news this week. A couple things. The LCD sound system record we talked about not too long ago. Steve brought some LCD sound system stuff over and really enjoyed it. I don't know a lot about them.
The guy.
New record came out today, actually.
They've been around a while.
Yeah.
Kind of a. I don't know. I wouldn't say underground, but more of a.
Good
small-
stuff. Either way,
small knowing.
good stuff. And somebody I really didn't know about. That came out today. and also saw where you ever heard of the 70s turntable by Techniques, the SP10?
Is that is that the flagship model?
Well, it's a weird looking turntable, and it's really cool looking.
It's
not
like a
like
CD player to me.
Yeah, it's not like the 1200s. It kind of looks like this. Actually, it looks exactly like that.
All right, she's done, I guess. That was quick.
She's looking for somewhere else. Kitty. Twitchy britches. But they're releasing a new version. Panasonic's doing this. It's been called the most premium turntable ever. Panasonic goes on sale next summer. Features a 7-kilogram brass, rubber, and aluminum platter. Careless direct drive motor. What is a careless motor?
It's just
super
lazy.
fast.
It just does it how it wants to do it.
Power supply separated from the platter to further minimize noise and vibration. Wow, that's pretty crazy. The news follows the recent revamp of the Technics 1200s, which came out not too long ago. So that's pretty crazy. I don't know a lot about that turntable. Apparently it's pretty iconic and legendary, but I've never...
It's going to do it under the camera right there, it looks like.
Kitty.
If this cat gives birth out on the floor, I'll probably throw up.
Vagina.
I will tell you that right now.
Kitty.
There's okay. There's a kitten hanging out of that cat's butthole.
No.
How did that happen?
No. Butt baby. Well.
You can see one trying to get out right there, though.
No.
It's like beating on the walls.
No.
Beating on the vaginal.
Hello.
The vaginal wall.
Hello.
You never mentioned Jerry Lewis last week, I don't think.
I think I did.
Did you?
He's dead. Who gives a shit? He was an asshole.
I heard his funeral.
Okay. Jay. Well, what is it, Jay?
I heard his funeral starts this Sunday night at 10 and goes on for 24 hours.
And all the money's going to Houston. Just Houston in general.
That's pretty ironic, though, isn't it?
Don't you think? Holy shit.
What was that, the Memorial Day telethon? Which one?
No, it's Labor Day. It's definitely Labor Day.
Oh, Lord.
What else happened this week? I don't even know. I didn't do a lot of... I got some great game finds this week. I'm going to post on the Instagram page. So if you guys are not on the Instagram, tons of like cheap games, and got Kids. The movie Kids?
Yeah.
Picked that up on DVD for $1.
That disturbs me right now.
Oh, it's a very disturbing movie. I picked that up for $1. And another a VHS tape that I'll talk about in Dig of the Week. But some cool stuff, so follow us on the Instagram if you've not already.
Too sweet, man. Too sweet.
Woo!
Wrestling. Watch it.
Yeah. So what else? What happened to you this week, Jay? All over it?
Worked and all that good old stuff.
They go all over the place.
All that good old jazz.
Yeah. I have such a fever, Jay.
A fever for what?
I wish I would say the flavor of a Pringles, but actually ones that make me almost pass out, especially with mixed with alcohol.
Pringles?
No. Fevers.
Oh.
I think they call this fever delirium.
We can call you Mike Fever.
Yeah, well, no. See, you can't...
Because it's really true.
That's... you're juggling it when he goes out of bounds. You can't... Nope.
You're juggling.
I love it when the ref does that.
Like you're juggling a bunch of hyenas. Oh yeah, the ref's running down the court.
Some of them have a little more of the little soul to them, a little bounce in the step.
Yeah. You ever thought about becoming a basketball referee?
Me?
Yeah. They run a lot.
Yeah. Whistle on time. I like that.
You ever thought
no,
John Candy would have been a good football referee though?
Until his heart exploded?
Like the umpire, like stands behind the line and like throws the flags for holding. John Candy would have been perfect for that.
Or John Madden. Football.
John Goodman, so I'm thinking.
John
not John Candy.
Oh, John Goodman with football. You guys ever seen football? They got football where you live? Who's
What's
your
the John Candy movie? All the Right Moves? Is that the John Candy? Not John Candy. John Anderson.
You guys leave down in the comment. This is how you do YouTube. Jay. You ever done YouTube?
Once.
You ask people.
I own it actually. YouTube.org. I just bought.
It was.
We're selling. We're selling wholesale tubing supplies. YouTube.org. Look it up.
It's all about the fallopian tube. But you guys, if you ever done YouTube, I'm gonna ask everybody to leave a comment down below. Who's your football team?
Oh, I gotta see if the domain's available.
Who's your football team? Who's your football team?
I'm a Redskins fan that's been suffering for the last 25 years.
College squad?
Oh, college.
I'm just saying, get it all out
The
there.
Wolfpack.
Ooh, I went
They got
there.
a big game.
We
Big
went
game
there.
tomorrow for the Wolfpack.
Yeah.
They're favored.
I'm a Notre Dame guy. I'm a
Posted
Tampa Bay
touchdown,
Buccaneers guy. So you guys leave your comments if you're a football fan. Said, huh?
Notre Dame. They suck.
Brett said,
Rudy
huh?
was a joke.
Brett said, huh? All right, let's,
Rudy makes me cry.
yeah,
It's a great movie.
Rudy Rudiger.
Probably not real, but it's a good movie.
I'm real. You're not wearing your orange glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I gave you orange glasses to wear.
These are for the eclipse coming up, right?
Planet Houston.
For the eclipse coming.
Those are for Planet Houston.
I feel like Elton John wearing these glasses.
You're Elton J. Elton J.
Wasn't he from Houston?
Yeah, I'm
Elton
pretty
John?
sure. One weekend he was from there.
Wasn't Joel Osteen from Houston?
Yeah, what the fuck is up with Joel Osteen? Have you guys ever wanted
What's
to
up
beat
with
any?
his hair?
Have you ever wanted to beat anybody up more than Joel Osteen?
I don't like Joel Osteen.
I want to make mincemeat out of his face.
You mean you don't post his quotes on?
You mean the quote, "Get off my fucking ark"?
Get off my lawn.
Yeah. He's the get off my lawn of the religious
The
community.
crotchety old man.
Yeah.
Get off my lawn, kids.
I really hope he dies of dysentery. Soon. Soon. Not just dies of dysentery. Soon. As my uncle would say, I wish he'd grow an extra asshole under his arm and die of diarrhea. My uncle says that.
Did he make that up?
I don't know. I'm not Jesus Christ,
If
Jay.
he
I don't
made
know if people make things up.
If he made that up, though, he's genius.
Yeah. He is pretty genius.
He should patent it if he really made it up.
Actually, he looks like the Kenny Rogers. My uncle looks just like Kenny Rogers. I had two uncles that looked like Kenny Rogers. One of them passed, and another gentleman I saw this week from my dad was injured, even though it's the other side of the family. He stopped by. Good guy.
Where's he live, here or Dillon?
Greensboro. My mom's side of the family.
Oh.
Buddy, he's friends with him.
PM's.
We talked about what we played. Came in. It started a little late tonight. I've been working my ass off. Had a lot of severe weather come through here this evening.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So it caused me a little time to. It took me a little time to get home and get shit going here.
Yeah, it was off the chain, man.
What? It was thebomb.com. Look at that one. See if thebomb.com.
Or no, it was the bomb.
It was
.com.
Yeah. What is there a .com.com?
Maybe.
DOTCOM.com.
Oh, perfect.
See?
Perfect. We better trademark it.
TM circle. TM.
Z.
Zap 2. The second Zap record. I put on some shit. I was trying to clean up and throw shit away and change the kitty litter, and I grabbed the record and threw that mug on. The second Zap record, which is super funky, man. I really love this record. We play it from time to time here on the show. Really enjoy it. It's good shit.
They're the ones that all killed each other, weren't they?
Yeah.
They could.
See, I about said something inappropriate, and I kind of caught myself.
They could dress. There were some dressers
for success. There was a time when this looked like you, Jay, and now you don't look like that at all.
Yeah.
Klein plays electric bass. Greatest hits of Waylon. It's got that little gold emboss on thing on there.
Yeah.
I gotta grab a beer.
He'll be the next legend to pass, I think.
Waylon is pretty GD incredible when you really get down to it. It don't get a lot more incredible than Waylon.
Is this leather? Real leather?
It feels like leather.
That's an expensive color.
I love it.
Leather and gold.
That is such a great record, man. I play that shit all the frickin' time. That's on the reel, Jay. You ever get on the reel?
He looks a lot like Bob Dylan in that picture. You know,
A fat
if
Bob Dylan.
If Bob Dylan and Richie Sambora had kids,
I'll be honest. That is one of the most disgusting looking guitars I've ever seen in my entire life.
the leather-bound
That
Telecaster.
Telecaster that Waylon's playing. He plays it on the Dukes of Hazzard thing too.
Mm-hmm.
Right when the show starts. That is the ugliest guitar.
It's leather-bound, isn't it?
I don't know.
It's got to be leather.
It looks like it's got shit wrapped around
Well,
it.
it's got shit for brains. Just a good old boy.
How about some Midnight
on
Lightning,
the
some
song?
Hendrix? Yeah.
On this record.
Not pulled out Midnight Lightning in a while, and this is a pretty killer Hendrix that I've had for a while and probably only played a couple of times because I'm stupid.
It's some killer shiz, man.
You know, you guys know that shit. And I asked Jay to go up and pull us a record out and play it. Boy, I'm trying not to throw up.
Well, go watch the cat birth.
Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I asked Jay to pick something, and Jay induced labor by picking The Cat
The Cat by Jimmy Smith.
by Jimmy Smith. You know, you guys know, you longtime Record Night folks know that Mr. Kitty, who was Cameraman's cat, we had her for a long time, big old fat white and black cat. While he was literally, that was his favorite record. Kitty liked records a lot. And while he was in the middle of passing away, I came in here and threw on The Cat by Jimmy Smith and played him out with that. So he literally passed away while that song, The Cat, was playing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I figured he'd appreciate that. He'd like that shit, so I played it for him. Played him on off. I'd like to get played off.
Yeah,
You
me
know?
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And always end on a high note.
Oh,
Thank you. Good night.
I think I should be burned. I'm leaning towards cremation.
I used to think cremation meant they mushed you up like applesauce.
Oh, or like cream cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, have I told this story on the show before? I go to in 1986. I had a bunch of people in my family die. And I spent a lot of time in funeral homes and cemeteries. I asked my mom, "Hey, what's that building over there, Mom?" She said, "That's the crematorium." I was like, "What's that?" "Oh, for people that don't get buried, they get cremated." And I was like, "Oh." And it had this big thing on the front, and I'm thinking people that are cremated, like, oh, they take dead bodies and they mash them up into and then we go back and start cleaning up my grandparents' house because they died.
Yeah.
And they had this big jar of applesauce, and I started thinking about cremation and applesauce, cremation, applesauce. It's long story short, I didn't eat applesauce for like 10 years because every time I saw applesauce, I think about mushed up dead people.
That's funny. That's
a
actually
true story.
rather creepy, but that's
It
kinda
is
funny
creepy.
at the same time.
Yeah, that is true. I did do that. If you guys, nobody really caught on, I don't think, during the course of the playlist. I was spicing in a couple of things here and there, and all of this shit has something in common. Is these artists are from Houston.
Yep.
And this is not something we would normally play on the show. This came in a little stack of records the Boss Man gave me a very long time ago. This is Destiny's Child, if you can believe that. A 97 Destiny's Child single. It's got Wyclef Jean on here. No, No, No is the name of the track.
Yes.
Part 1 and 2. And played this because Destiny's Child is from Houston.
Yeah, isn't this Beyonce and those other two girls?
I played this for kind of giggles, I'll be honest.
I can't see with these glasses are really dark.
But the track I played was a dope track. Very well produced.
It was pretty dope.
It was snappy, man. I could be quick to hate on that just because of what it is, but I found myself kind of grooving to it, to be honest with you.
That's pretty
and it's
good.
not. I don't think I've probably ever played that record ever, because Destiny's Child is not something I would probably just pull out of my ass to play
Because you don't play records ever.
for funsies or here on the show. But I was glad I kind of pulled that out
You
tonight.
like to have funsies on the weekend?
Sometimes I have too much funsies,
I get that.
and I get the wall called on me. You guys ever get the wall called on you? I don't recommend it.
Oh, Lord.
I don't recommend it
That's
at all.
straight up 50 South right there.
Yeah. So I pulled this one out. I don't know, it just kind of jumped out at me. I wanted to hear something a little heavier. Between the Buried and Me, this is a self-titled shit. Some of the early stuff.
It's metal.
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 And
It's mental.
on nice white vinyl there. And you guys know the story. Worked with their producer back in the day in my own band, which we have a show coming up.
So I heard.
And play music on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wanted to pull that out. Somebody else I didn't realize was Houston, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna play some. Had something in mind. Then I'm like, no, you know what? This was like sticking out, and I'm like, you know what? Because this record was sticking out, I'm gonna play this one instead. Kenny Rogers, Houston native, and What About Me? We played the track with Kim Carnes and James Ingram on it. What About Me?
Wow.
My uncle looks so much like Kenny Rogers.
Whoops. All right.
I was gonna play.
I just stepped on a dead kitten over here.
Yep. Oh yeah. What
Look at those
condition? My condition. What was the name of his band?
Ingram?
No, Kenny Rogers.
I don't know.
What condition my condition is in?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know
you
what
guys
you're
are gonna
talking
light me up. What?
I have no
You know
clue
that
what you're
song?
talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. Oh yeah. What condition my condition is in?
You talking about recent?
No, from the '60s, before he was a singer.
Look at that
'70s.
hair on Kim Carnes, though.
Yeah. You know what? Her hair. When you think of Kim Carnes, when I think of Kim Carnes, show that off again. Let's show Kim Carnes. You guys remember Kim Carnes?
She probably played your prom if you went to high school in the 80s.
Yeah. Her hair is actually not blonde. That is really just 80s semen. Just soaked in there and matted. Not just soaked, but matted. First edition. Thank you, Metal Theologian. You never heard the Kenny Rogers in First Edition?
Uh-uh.
The Silver out. Jay.
You said a band he was in.
Yeah, First Edition.
No,
is the
I've
name of the
never
band.
heard- Oh, no, I've never heard of that.
Let's take a lap. I'll do it
When
with
was
you.
this?
I'll do it with
was
you.
this before he was with a solo artist?
Yeah, 70s. Like early 70s, I think.
What'd they sing?
My Condition.
Oh.
You know that song if you heard it.
No, I don't.
Promise you.
Is it country?
Mm-mm.
Pop?
Rock and roll.
Kenny Rogers was in a rock
You've
and
seen
roll
Big
band.
Lebowski, hadn't you?
Never seen it.
Okay.
So Kenny Rogers was in a rock and roll band. That's what you're telling me.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh.
I guess I need to I call myself a guy that knows a lot about rock and roll, and I didn't know that.
No rock and roll. That's
Yeah.
-1 rock and roll. Another Houston native. I was glad to see this name on the list. This is the one I was the most excited about. Probably, one of the ones.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Cleanhead Vincent. We played Cleanheads back in town not too long ago, actually, on the show. And so I'd not reshelved that. The one that was still on the shelf was Hold It Right There, which is a little more kind of early rock and roll, late R&B-ish, like post-war hollering blues, R&B kind of shit. Great stuff. Really moving and grooving, and just a good fun time record for sure. I love stuff like that. It's got that R&B, blues, a little jazz. It's early rock and roll. To me, those are some of the best party records that really keep a party moving in a cool sort of way. Not like, okay, the Crystal Method would keep the party moving because it's fast, pulsing music. And that's not what I'm saying. These guys keep the party moving in a way that's different and unique and fun.
Okay.
Fun. I'm all about having fun,
Yeah.
Jay.
It's a good description.
Yeah,
Good way to look at it.
I'm about having fun. Jay wanted to play a track off this album. How come, Jay?
Just because school is starting back.
School
and
started, so Jay wanted to play a little School from,
School,
I about said Nevermind, from Bleach.
From Bleach, yeah. That was it. It's a kick-ass song, and then we kept it going and
Yeah, played
heard Negative Creep at the end there.
Negative Creep, my favorite Nirvana song. One of my favorite songs
I remember riding in your car.
ever.
Riding your truck with those speakers you had.
Had some big old speakers in my Chevy S10 back in high school. Bumping that track, baby. You, yip, hop, yip, 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 you, yip, you. You guys like rock and roll?
I love rock and roll.
Flush it down the toilet bowl. Let me just do a little preview. Now, for Dig of the Week this week, I've got some stuff I actually ordered in the mail, which is rare for me. But I did have, you guys probably know this, my mom works at the public library here locally.
Yeah,
and got a lot of records in for the Friends of the Library book sale, and she gets to go through them first.
Also,
and I've got 20 records.
That's unfair.
20 records that they're only $1 a piece coming in the next few weeks. I'm going to kind of spread some of the shit out.
I've seen them there.
Yeah, some good stuff. There's some just solid stuff, and then there's some good stuff.
And they're all like...
good shape.
Yeah, never... The well-kept covers.
Collector's records for sure. I think probably somebody's passed away. And I mentioned this before, but there's something to me that's extra special about knowing, and you know this, when you go to a Goodwill and it's like Christmas records and religious records and stuff that was tossed around in attics and basements, and then you come to a little stack that are, you know, the sleeves are turned the right way, they're in nice plastic, they're very clean, obviously came from a collector's collection, like especially jazz records. And to know you're finding another collector's shit and you're going to keep that going as another collector, to me, is very extra special.
Sure.
Because I know when I die, I don't want some asshole to come in here and take all my shit and just throw it into a Goodwill or a dumpster or take it to a flea market and say, everything's $1. And somebody make it, well, maybe I do, because somebody will find some cool shit for $1, you know what I mean? But I want it to go to a collector. And I think other collectors kind of feel that way.
You should write a will. I did.
A will?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wrote a will and grace. It's very loud.
Oh, yeah.
Terribly loud. That's an office quote.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so,
oh, yeah, Will and Grace.
You busted out a
tight
record.
chick, Angela.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't... Who's the tight-ass Christian chick? I don't like Aerosmith, Jay.
This is a fantastic record, though.
Yeah.
This is rocks.
I was not opposed to this.
That's a bunch of crap that I've just been listening to recently. Because I can't buy records during the weekend. Well, I can, I guess, after work. But I can't buy records while I work anymore.
Because they're tracking your shit.
Yeah, they track me. So
there's no stopping off for Juji Fruits
no,
anymore.
it's got to be pretty much like straight to the point. Now, if there's a Goodwill like in the same shopping center somewhere I'm going.
And you can run real fast.
Yeah, that ain't no big deal, but like I can't drive out my way anymore. So I just been listening to a bunch of records this week. But this is one and I forgot how good this record is though.
Have you had this a while?
Yeah, a long time. This is
It was pretty good, I have to say.
Straight up like rock and roll from the 70s, you know, kind of.
Do you know where that falls in their discography?
Like the third, I think, 75.
That's good. I've not really...
76.
To be fair, I've not probably sat down and listened to this.
This one they were hitting the drugs really hard.
Yeah. It was good. Good, straightforward rock and roll.
Yeah. I'm not a big Aerosmith fan, but this is good. So. Janie's got a gun.
I remember when I was a kid, I was like, that means her daddy fucked her.
You just tell your parents.
Janie's got a gun.
Did you tell your parents that?
They should have just sampled me in there. Janie's got a gun. And be like, that means her daddy fucked her. Don't mean
did your uncle tell you that?
What did her daddy do? He fucked her.
Your weird
I thought that was obvious.
Did your weird Uncle Keith tell you that?
Why did he think things through? Because he's a raper. I would answer like every question in the song.
Did you do that in front of your parents?
I don't know. No,
So he
probably
fucked
not.
his daughter.
Nitty nutty.
Mom!
Nutty
Plus he
nitty.
fucked his daughter.
Nitty nutty nutty nitty nitty gritty.
That's funny.
To have a hunk of cheese. Rio Grande Mud, ZZ Top, probably the most important band in my mind from Texas. I mean from Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Planet Houston. And I told Jay, reach over and grab me a ZZT. And Jay said probably something early, and I was like, well, yeah. Man, it's one of my favorites.
Spot on, man.
First album,
No,
Rio
second.
Mud, Rio
yeah.
Grande Mud, Tres Hombres. Those are my favorites, probably.
Oh, yeah, it's about as good as it gets.
That's about as good as a damn rock and roll record as you're gonna find, and they sound terrific as well.
Sound fucking awesome.
That really makes a big difference.
It's really a well-produced record.
Absolutely. So a lot of those that's
Mid-70s.
that's funny. Those
72 actually.
because like when they recorded this is London Records, right?
Yes, sir.
Were they such a big deal at London Records that they dumped everything into recording them? There was such, it's like when Michael Jackson goes in the studio and you throw the wallet at him. Probably not.
No, this is.
They were just a good, solid band that was on their label. So it's weird that this comes out as such a high fidelity record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not. I mean,
The first one's really good.
Yeah.
Too.
And they were nobodies. Really.
Yeah.
I don't want to say nobodies, but it's not like it was, when bands are established and really.
Well, he was in Electric Sidewalks.
Yeah. But, I mean, who is that?
Yeah,
They're not blowing up
Electric
charts.
Sidewalks or what's it? Moving Sidewalks? Or
Yeah.
whatever?
But they're not like blowing up charts, so this was not like it's not like.
No. I
Eric-
think Billy Gibbons had done some session work too, maybe in the time being between. Because I think this was his thing, like ZZ Top, like bring them together. Like he's the one, like the head of them, and I don't know where am I going with this?
I don't know. I'm waiting on it.
I don't know where I'm going with it.
I'm waiting for the German verb. That's a
Klustenheisen.
That's a Mark Twain quote. Waiting on the German verb. Anybody?
I don't know.
These literary jokes do anything for anybody? I got a fever, folks. I got a fever. It's a high fever.
For Steve.
I'm out of my mind right now.
Where is Steve tonight? Oh, Jordan.
Football. Say it, hut. Football. Do I need to put picture
The
of
ratings
football up there?
The ratings will be
Hut,
down.
hut, hut. Bud hut.
The ratings will be down this week.
No. We're having a fine program. Let's talk about Dig of the Week.
This thing's already in the can, man.
Dig of the Week shit. Now, I mentioned this week, I found a lot of shit this week.
Yeah.
From my mom, of course, but out in the thrift stores, really digging. I found a lot of games that I'll cover on Instagram and maybe another little video or something. Got a DVD, but in that same store, where I got all that, some of that, there was a VHS tape that grabbed my attention, which I'm selective with them nowadays, but for 49 cents, it's a Cinderella
really cool.
VHS tape,
Yeah.
Tales from the Gypsy Road. It comes out in 1990, and it's kind of like a tour thing with some live footage. And look this up. This seems to be fairly pricey, and I just couldn't pass on a Cinderella VHS for 49 cents. I'll be honest.
This probably has them banging chicks on a tour bus.
I bet.
Shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. So that's got to be some cool shit. Now talk about some of the stuff you've been playing this week, Jay.
Yeah, I just brought a bunch of. Where do you want this, by the way?
Put it in.
Oh, I just brought some crap I've been listening to this week.
You said you've been listening to a bunch of records.
I have been. Tons.
What's really, you may need to eject the other tape.
In the millions.
A million records?
Hold on, I gotta.
All the way right. All the way right.
No, I gotta get it in.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
all the way right. That ejects.
All right.
You ever used a VCR, Jay?
Not in 20 years.
Be kind. Please rewind. It's gonna auto play for you.
All right.
I don't know where it's at.
It's a rental play.
It's a rental play. But if it's all the way at the end, it's going to look like that, though.
Oh,
You
but
have
it's
to
going to
stop
come
and
back
rewind.
itself, though, right?
Okay.
There we go.
All right. We got a little something.
No, I just brought a bunch of shit I've been listening to. I brought my Dead Reckoning.
Man, let me tell you something. I've been watching the Dead documentary series that's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Incredible. It's making me a bigger Dead fan than I ever been before.
No, Dead are great. This is like one of the first Dead records I found. At that shop that's closed now in Lexington.
Yeah.
The little cool little downtown spot.
Yeah.
And,
That's a shame. That was a great store.
And they had good prices.
Yeah.
And I got this one at a really good price. And it's kind of like your guide in Winston. And yeah, he rates them like really like modestly.
Yeah.
So this is.
He had some stuff that had some price to it, but if you paid for it, it would probably look pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll regret forever. He had a copy of Electric Mud that I completely just like, nah. It was like $15, and I'm like, I don't want to pay that much. I've never even seen it again
Yeah.
in person.
That was back in the day, though, when you really didn't have to pay a lot for records.
I'm not going to pay a lot for this muffler, Jay.
No.
Jesus Christ, 2018.
I broke down last week
Leaving here, we watched the
Yeah.
fight
Yeah. And
illegally, mind you.
do you hear about all that?
Yep, I did.
That's some shit, ain't it?
That's some shit.
That's like,
We were one of the 3 million that.
well, we were sitting there. We were sitting there thinking, why is the internet so damn slow? And it turns out, like, the fight pretty much like gridlocked the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that was us. You're
But,
welcome. You're welcome, internet.
Yeah. I brought the Fu Manchu.
I want to hear that.
In Search Of. This is my favorite one of theirs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. California Crossing good. That was really good too.
I like the cover, the one with the van on it though.
California Crossing, right? That's the one you have, right? No,
Yeah,
you got
that's
one
what I'm saying.
There's that surfboard on yours.
Yeah, it's surfboard.
But yeah, Fu Manchu is probably one of my favorite newer bands out there, or bands that are still doing stuff.
Yeah, newer from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so new.
Still around from the 90s, I guess. Exodus, Bonded by Blood.
Oh, I forgot about
Straight
that.
up heavy metal. It's metal.
That's a great record.
Yeah, this is one of the early, very, very early ones.
I remember us playing that on the show a few months ago and just really digging that.
I got this I've told the story, but about a year ago at the record store that I frequent, he held me specifically a stack of metal records that just came in. And he was like, take a look through them. I started going through them. The vinyl wasn't all that great, but they were very rare titles, like an early Megadeth, this, a bunch, like all the Wasps catalog.
Oh, nice.
Just 80s, very 80s.
Did you pick up any of that Wasp? I got that one, the first Wasp record.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
I bought the whole stack for like $15.
Wow.
A lot of good shit, and this is in there, so.
I'd like to hear more Wasp. You should bring some of your Wasp.
I will.
Jay's going to bring Wasp, folks.
3 Wasp records, I think.
Okay.
So,
We are Satan's people.
and then, hey,
It's the first Exodus, he
I
said.
found my Appetite record. I've been looking for this thing for
Yeah.
like 6 months, and I finally came across it because they were here a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't find it back then. Now I found it. Now let's do it this week, and it sounds better than ever. That's all I got to say.
Favorite
about
Guns
that.
N' Roses?
That's the only Guns N' Roses as far as I'm
Yeah.
concerned.
I love Lies, but not like that. Oh,
Then I brought my Cult record.
that is just such a great record.
Yeah.
I
it
cannot.
is.
I never tire of this record.
Yeah. This is Choice of Weapon from like
The title track, isn't it the title track, the first song? No, what's the name of the first song?
Honey from a Knife is the first song. That's a rock song. Elemental Light. It's
I
like
thi-
a lot of melodic songs.
I
on
think
here,
it's that
too.
first one. It's so good. That is such a
Well,
great
The Wolf
record.
is my favorite track on here too.
When did this come out again?
2012.
Big
I would say
fan.
2010. I don't know why. 2012 though. Yeah.
You were going to say 2010 because that's the year my dad had a stroke.
Maybe. I don't know. This is another one. I kind of was trying to listen to my new vinyl more this week. Alice in Chains, though. Black Gives Way to Blue.
That is so funny you brought this record
Yeah.
because I have a record, not to tease ahead a little bit,
Yeah.
in my Dig of the Week stuff, that sounds like that record. And so because I kept getting it mixed up in my head,
Yeah.
I've been singing that in my head all week long, that record.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a great record.
New beginning.
Yeah,
I kept doing that over and over in my head.
Probably, I think that's just as good as a lot of the early records they did.
That's good stuff.
So it holds
Yeah.
up. This is the Amboy Dukes, Journey to the Center of the Mind.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I just
terrific
like
stuff.
to sit around and reflect.
Space out, bro.
So, yeah. This is a great. I wouldn't really call it a.
Getting baked album, bro.
No, I wouldn't really call
What?
it. I wouldn't really call it a concept album.
What?
Is it a concept album?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm getting deep. I'm getting too deep for my own self there.
It's getting deep in here, everybody.
Dude.
Oh, Jay's got them brown eyes over there.
Hey, dude.
He's full of shit. That's why his eyes are all brown over there.
Did your Uncle Kenny Rogers tell you that one?
Say.
All right. That's all I got.
Say.
You got a lot of stuff.
Say. No, I don't have a lot of stuff, but
yeah, you do. I've seen it all.
I don't. Did I mention a week or two ago that Southern Lord, great metal album?
Yes. We had that
label.
discussion.
They had this huge summer blowout sale, and so I ordered some stuff, and it came.
Summer blowout.
And included in this was not just a couple of records, but some CDs. And let me tell you,
Compact discs, as they're calling them.
I would never really order CDs much. I mean, or ever or all, unless I had to. Except when I looked at some of this, the CDs, brand new, were a buck a piece.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the records were pretty cheap too. But the CDs, a buck a piece. That's good.
Now, did you buy bands that you didn't know anything about, really?
No.
Okay, so you knew it.
Well, that's
you knew what you were
correct.
getting.
That's fantastic. So,
What do you expect for a buck, though? I mean,
Sun, Void.
oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
John Void.
John Void. Void is the first studio album by Sun, recorded on a 24-track 2-inch tape at Grandmaster Studios in Hollywood. We're talking like, let's see what year this is here. 2000. Man. Originally released on Hydra Head, but then I think they've kind of Southern Lord since.
Do they still have those up there? What's that website?
Maybe. Southern Lord, so it's also another band that, of course, I'm just ape shit over, and you guys know this, is Earth. And I can't ever remember the name of it. This Earth record, it's called A Bureaucratic Desire for Extracapular Extraction.
Yeah.
It gathers all of that early Earth stuff from the early 90s, from their first sessions at Smegma Studios, and kind of compiles it. So Southern Lords kind of did this little compilation. The compilation came out, I want to say 2010 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that when it came out?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
I'm just agreeing with you. I don't know.
So it's got a lot of that early, the later Earth stuff, and a lot of the stuff we play here on the show. It's kind of low and slow, let yourself go, but it's got kind of that little country vibe. It's detuned and thick and heavy, but not like Scare Your Girlfriend heavy, and has that kind of country vibe with a Telecaster over some detuned stuff. Very, very beautiful music, if you ask me. The early stuff, they are the kings and the pioneers and the numero unos when it comes to drone metal. Sun will tell you all day long that they did nothing but rip off Earth. That's where they kind of got the idea for the drone metal. Sounds like lawnmowers in your backyard.
I think that's where they got the name from, too?
Yeah. So,
or was it from Sun Amps?
Sun Amps.
That's a terrible looking camera shot.
Yeah, it was terrible.
That's a really cheaply produced. This is a very cheaply produced.
Yeah, this VHS we got going on. The first recordings ever of High on Fire, which is Matt Pike of Sleep.
Mm-hmm.
So this CD, Buck.
Wow.
So this is their first album.
That looks like it's nice too.
And
Got
it's
a
killer.
book in there or something with it.
Yeah. What's that say on the? Read that off.
Classic first recordings of High on Fire remastered and restored. This contains the first demo recordings, the legendary debut album, The Art of Self-Defense, 2 bonus tracks, and a 48-page photo book.
Oh, wow.
All 11 songs sonically enhanced by Brad Boatwright.
That's a buck. That was a freaking buck. That's crazy.
That's awesome, man.
Came out in 2000, original on Man's Ruins, and love High on Fire.
I might have to place an order.
Love High on Fire. And you know, I ordered 3 CDs, and I looked, and it was like, there's 4 CDs in here.
Oh, yeah. They got you, man. They got you by the balls.
This group, Ascend, never heard of them. I can't pronounce the name of the album. And what Ascend is the new collaborative music project between Gentry Densley, Iceburn, Eagle Twin, and Greg Anderson of Sun, Goat Snake, and Engine Kid. A revisitation of tones and modes in their past works, as well as traveling into uncharted territories, done with vigilant focus on heaviness and power. So this was a free CD they threw
trying
in.
to promo it.
Yeah, that's the full album.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
And they just threw the full album in for free. So good on you, Southern Lord. Thanks a lot, Bro Hammers. That's some cool shit. Thanks for all that.
That's awesome.
That almost makes up for the couple of dented records that I got. Not crazy. And I'll ask.
Dented records? What
You
are
guys
talking about?
order something online.
Dented records.
How much of a bent corner do you get pissed off about before you send it back?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't really order a lot of records online.
I don't either, and that's my thing. Is I don't really buy
Looks like you bought a clock.
stuff online a lot like that. But I got 2 records. One of these was 10, one was 15. So all these records, all the CDs were $1.
That's awesome, man.
And all the or not all the, but a CD was. Oh, we need to flip that record.
Dude, that's awesome.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's killer.
So the first record I got was Check It Out. It's the same High on Fire record that I got the CD
yeah.
of.
That's pretty cool, huh? I like how you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For $1, I would have normally not have bought a CD of a something I just bought on vinyl, but for $1, I figured like shit, I can give that away because I didn't know. Does that come with a download code? Does it say that? I don't think I have that digitally. So, and this on, hang on, let me see it. Let me see that mod.
It's the exact same label that's on
Yeah.
the CD.
Yeah, but check this out.
Type label.
It's got the little rippy top. It's a double LP.
Are you a fan of Rippy Top?
It's weird. They're weird.
Rippy Top, Tennessee. You ever been there?
I have. Jolene, 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 Jolene.
I hate that name.
Oh, I love it. That's our receptionist at work.
Jolene.
And she's awesome. So look at that. So that got off. Don't drop it.
Dude, that's killer, man.
Don't drop it.
Dude, that is just freaking...
This High on Fire, The Art of Self-Defense, is on just straight up purple vinyl and limited to a 2000 press. So that's pretty cool. Not sure when this press came out. I looked it up. I don't remember. But they do. Southern Lord does a lot of that where, there's be a bazillion color variations, but each pressing only has a very limited number. But this is a killer. High on Fire to me sounds like what Vikings would listen to before they go cut some motherfuckers' heads off. It is just the most tribal, primal shit ever. Now,
it's morbid.
something else. That High on Fire was $10. This is the one I spent $15 on. Goat Snake, Black Age Blues. And if you look at the corners of these, see how they're kind of bent? That's not crazy.
Are they creased or like?
Look at them. Each corner. I mean, how much do you like? See that?
Do you think it might have been like that before they even shipped them?
No, probably not. But that's what I mean. To me, that's kind of the game you play if you're gonna buy shit online. That's kind of what happens. But anyway,
they packaged it.
Goat Snake, if you don't know, Greg Anderson from Sun, who actually runs Southern Lord. They had the Obsessed broke up, which Scott Reeder has some ties to these guys too. Scott Reeder's on some of this
Saw
stuff.
the Obsessed
from
one time.
Caius.
No, I was supposed to see the Obsessed.
From Caius.
They're supposed to open for the White Zombie when I saw them in '94.
Oh, really?
But they weren't there. And no, I'm sorry, I take that back. They were there. Prong was supposed to open and went there. So the Obsessed played.
You saw Obsessed?
Yeah, I had no clue who
wow,
they
cool.
were. But yeah.
So
yeah.
Greg Anderson's on here. Pete Stahl is on here. If you've ever noticed, we played that. I got that other Goat Snake album, Flowers of Disease. You really like that record,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
So this is the newer one that came out just a few years ago. They'd not released an album in like a decade, and streamed this a few times. Really enjoyed it. Steve really liked this. We listened to this kind of off the air, like streaming it.
When you were just chilling.
We're just chilling. And this is another one of those kind of, I don't want to say rare, but color variant pressings. Tremendous artwork on this stuff. Yeah, I looked at it. This is a green and purple, or green and black.
Yeah, it looks black.
Yeah, green and black. I'll read it off. Return of the Snake, first studio album in 15 years. Wow, was that long? Vinyl version contains 2 exclusive bonus tracks, a heavy, dark, soulful invocation of Mammoth Blues. And this is the transparent green, black, and swirl. Very cool. And if this is, to me, I would describe this this record as doom blues, because things are very detuned and thick and heavy, but you have this nice vocal, kind of a whiny vocal, and have some harmonica, and it makes a very unique several textures of music that man, it's just a really cool record and a cool band, and I was really stoked to pick these up for, I got all of this for about $30. So 4 CDs, 2 LPs, both the LPs are doubles, and everything was like $32.
That's crazy, man.
That's with shipping.
Dude, that's insane.
Yeah, so I'm pretty stoked about that. So yeah, man, you know what? After all this, all the hoopla, I've not really pulled in any commercials for this evening.
That's all right. We can do our own.
No, so
You want to act one out?
let's. Why is everybody? Who are all these? Who are all these people?
I don't know. You tell me.
You ever talk about them?
This Cinderella video is interesting.
You think so?
Not really.
No.
I think they drink a lot, or used to drink a lot back in the day, apparently, because they seem kind of.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they had talent though. They were a good band.
Yeah, they had some stuff going on. I don't think they didn't have things going on. If
No,
that's what you're.
I think everybody has something going on in their lives.
Yeah. So I'm really just trying to. Tell us a story, Jay.
I'm telling you, I started watching Parks and Rec this week for the first time.
Yeah.
So we're big Office fans, and
Parks and Rec's a good. It's a good.
I tried that.
Good program.
I've really been into this tennis this week. U.S. Open. Watched a lot of it. I watched a 5-set match yesterday. Ain't nothing like a little tennis to get the heart pumping late afternoon.
Yeah, a little tennis.
So,
A little tennis all tennised
good.
out.
Football starts tomorrow. Are you excited about the start of football season?
You know, I like football.
There's some good games tomorrow, though, actually.
Yeah. All right. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
Mayberry RFD, one of America's favorite towns, is back in the winner's circle this fall on CBS. Yes, America's happiest hamlet opens its doors to you every Monday night for more warm and lighthearted entertainment, more surprises and chuckles than ever before, with old friends like Sheriff Andy, Goober, Howard, Emmett, and Aunt Bee, and new ones too, like Farmer Sam Jones, played by Ken Berry, his son Mike, and girlfriend Millie.
Folks, I'm truly honored. As all of you know, this is the first time I've ever held political office, but I'm going to do the very best I can. Thank you. Mayberry is a fine little town, and maybe we can make it even better. I think the important thing to remember is this. Good government on any level is not just the work of your public officials. It should be everybody's concern. Oh, and I just wanted to remind you that my office door will always be open, and I can use all the help I can get.
Let's eat cookies, everybody. Let's eat cookies.
Yes, life takes on a fresh excitement in Mayberry this fall with Ken Berry in the role of Town Councilman Sam Jones. So be here for the lively and laughter-filled happenings in Mayberry RFD, Monday nights on CBS.
You know know Jewel's generics save you money, and the more you buy, the more you save. So now Jewel is offering you another choice, generics in the dairy case. They're a lower cost alternative to some of the dairy products you're already buying. They're as wholesome as the name brands, and they taste good too. And best of all, they cost less. The next time you're shopping the dairy case, consider generics. Now you have a choice of savings at Jewel.
Are your parents encouraging you to get a college education?
Let me kill him!
Have we got a school for you? Forget Harvard. Forget Princeton. Learn to earn big bucks fast.
Beef plus buns equal bucks.
Come to Buster Burger University.
Fall in over here.
And see Hamburger, the motion picture.
We're here to learn to run a Buster Burger franchise. A lot of bull in every bite. A lot of bull in every bite.
But you'll get more than just an education at Buster Burger U.
Are you crazy?
You'll be stimulated by a student body that shares your interest.
Real neat.
You'll find a faculty that really cares about you. On-the-job training will get you ready.
Can I, Buster, help you?
For the fast-paced world of fast food.
All I ever wanted was to be a Buster Burger minister.
America, you're getting burger hungry. Hungry for the burger that makes you full. You're chopping for the taste of a Buster Burger. A famous Buster Burger that's full of wood. The one and only Buster Burger that's full of wood.
Buster Burger, America's favorite drive-thru restaurant. Hamburger, the motion picture. It's funny enough to eat.
Now, at the touch of your fingertip, you can help protect your home from household germs and destructive mildew. New Lysol Spray Disinfectant, the pleasant way to eliminate germs, mildew, and the odors they cause, even in spotless homes. In the shower, for example, new Lysol effectively fights fungus that causes athlete's foot.
When you're talking chili, frosty, milk, or cookies, there's some simple things that you've got to know. Like chili comes in large and small, both for the dining room and the cups are to go. Always got to make sure that you stir it right before you put the chili in the bowl of cup. Use a figure-8 motion from the bottom to the top to really get it stirred up. For a small serving, get the 8-ounce ladle open to a half inch from the top of the cup or bowl. For a large size half, fill the ladle again. Go to the line on the cup or bowl, and then chili can be served with cheese. Fill a third cup half full with the grated kind. Sprinkle on the top, and then put the bowl in the middle of the tray every time.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Grown Man Record Night. We appreciate you sticking with us here late night Friday night. Give a dog a bone. This old man came rolling home. We're having a big old time here. Running fevers, teasing women, making them greenbacks. That's what we do here.
I'm on GoDaddy seeing if YouTube.com is taken.
I'm the one that bought MajorLeagueBaseball.com in '96.
Oh Lord!
I sold it to him. I'm the one that sold. I sold it. You ever seen a sold? You ever seen it, Jay?
Yeah, once or twice.
When's the last time you've been to baseball?
It's famous.
You been to baseball? Famous baseball?
Yeah.
I got a famous baseball.
I got 2 of them.
Bucky Dent. My famous baseball is Bucky Dent. And so to speak tonight, man, let's get back to basics. Can we? Can we all just get back to basics one good time? A southern staple, a southern treat on a hot summer day when nothing else will do. You want you a nice old Royal Crown soda. And I ran into a Royal Crown in the can at a convenience store up here, and I thought, like, man, we should really do this on the show. We may have done it before, but tonight we're going to do it now.
Look, can I read you some of the...
No. What are you reading? What are you doing?
I went to GoDaddy and put in YouTube.com, and it said, sorry, YouTube.com is taken, of course, but here are some other options for you.
Okay.
So can I read you
Absolutely.
some of these? YouTube.camp, YouTube.faith, YouTube.date, YouTube.loan, YouTube.racing.
Okay.
Yeah.
When's the last time you had an RC cola?
There's a lot more. Couple of years, I'd say.
Okay.
I'm good for one every year or two now.
I didn't mouth work it.
That's a Royal Crown.
Yeah.
Brewed in.
That's good.
Where's this? Even
It's not
made at?
Coke. It's not Pepsi.
It's RC.
It's something different. It's got some bite to it. I really like this, and I don't do it enough. Of course, I shouldn't.
Do they do a
but
diet?
I think Diet Right is from the same company. Remember Diet Right? R-I-T-E?
Mm-hmm.
I think Diet Right is a RC company. If you're not familiar with RC, oh my God.
Look how he's strong.
I just pour this. Give me something. Give me
What'd you
something.
do?
Give me something. God damn it.
You dumbass, man.
I'm
Why are you a dumbass?
trying to read this shit.
Why are you such a fucking dumbass?
Independent beverage company, Charlotte, NC. Pretty cool. Caffeine content, 43 for 12. That's more, it's a little more than Pepsi and a lot more than Coke. So this has, RC has more caffeine than Pepsi or Coke.
Is it based? So it's based off Charlotte. I wonder if that's why it's Royal Crown, because Charlotte's the Queen City.
There you go. Good old Southern soda, though. Good Southern staple tradition.
It looks like he's making love to that microphone.
He probably is. What do you think about RC, Jay?
Yeah, that's good.
You like RC?
A little too sweet for me.
It's a little too sweet is my only beef, but I think that's, I don't know if that's a real gripe for the fact that I don't really drink regular sodas. I drink diet sodas.
I do too.
So anytime I have a regular soda, it's a little bit of a shock to the system. So I don't want to count it off for that.
I can't drink a 12-ounce Coke right now if I had to.
Yeah, it's like drinking pancake syrup to me. So it's kind of tough. I only really do that on the show when we try these sugary sodas. But I like some of them. I ain't gonna lie about it.
Every now and again, yeah.
So, man, we're kind of on the downhill of a chip chat here. We just finished off doing the three major Lay's do us a flavor things.
Yeah.
So, and what was our kind of wrap up? The spicy taco and the
crunch. It's a crunchy taco.
Crunchy taco.
Everything bagel and the fried
what
green
was the
tomato.
kind of the conclusion?
Between what?
It ended up being the taco.
Oh,
and
taco by far, I thought. And then
fried green tomatoes were good.
I hate fried green tomatoes.
Oh, really?
And that tasted authentically like it tasted like a vegetable.
This is what I told my mom. My mom was a big fan of the spicy taco or crunchy taco more than anything. I said, take the taco ones and the fried green tomatoes, dump them in the same bag, shake them up.
Interesting.
I think that would be a great combination.
Yeah.
But it's kind of tough coming off of that, such a big chip event, if you know.
Which one?
But
so one's supposed to win though, right?
Yeah, they're going to come up with something. We still haven't tried the runner-up, which is that exclusive at Walmart, the habanero bacon thing.
It can't be bad.
Yeah, it's probably pretty good. So, something, walking through my local food line, don't know if you got them where you are, but it's a local grocery store here.
We used to taint our meat.
Southeast. And I buy a lot of their
bleach on the meat.
We've done their store brand stuff before.
Yeah.
The dill pickle, the sriracha chips that we've done. That's all store brand food line. A store brand food line thing I'd never seen before. And these were 76 cents for the bag. Separate display, in the middle, like the frozen food thing, but like
Probably
in the
trying
middle.
to get rid of them.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of them. And it's a limited edition, it says, fire roasted veggie. It's a tortilla chip.
2014 special edition.
No, I've cheated. I've had these. I've been eating on these a little bit because I bought a shit ton of them for 76 cents.
How many of them did you buy?
Oh, 4 or 5, 3, 4, 5.
Are they all in date for 76 cents?
Hold on. And I'll tell you what I think about these.
Okay, they expire in 3 days.
No, okay.
So you got to start eating. You got that many bags in there.
No, I've already killed all of them but this one. Very plain chip. It's a very coarse, very hearty chip. I taste a lot of grains. Not a crazy amount of salt. Not a crazy amount of vegetable flavor necessarily. It's almost like a bitter, grainy, but wholesome. You taste that bitter, almost like something burnt. You know what I mean?
You bought 4 bags of
I
it?
love them.
Do you?
Because of kind of how plain they are.
They're kind of dry.
Kind of dry. But you taste that bitter little mint on the end of it.
Mm-hmm. Little dirt.
I like that.
Like a natural taste, like you just pulled it out of the ground.
Very natural. Like the harvest chips that you get sometimes. Would definitely go good with
Earthy, very earthy.
maybe a little taco night. You could use these on the side for your guac or whatever. Be kind of cool. That's just my opinion.
What are these?
What don't you understand, Dad?
Tortilla chips.
Tortilla chips.
So just like to dip, you can use this.
You
for
can dip them. They run all over. You can dip whatever you want with
Or
them.
is it supposed to be like a healthy alternative to sitting down and eating a bag of chips?
I wouldn't say that, no. Although the tortilla chips typically have a good ingredient list. That's probably a little more. These have less fat than potato chips, but very minimal difference. I mean, you're really splitting hairs there, really. But a good chip, and I think that goes with a lot of good things. A good salsa, a good dip, a queso, your taco night, do some guacamole with these. You won't be disappointed if you get them in your area. Anyway, we've had a good night here, man.
Perfect night.
Perfect. I can't believe I made it through all this with like 109 fever.
You've done well, my friend.
That's why I feel pretty good right now.
Is that the alcohol talking?
Yeah, pretty sure it's the alcohol talking. You know, no, I already hit that graphic. You know, it could be the alcohol talking, or you know who else could be talking?
Who's that?
It could be. I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll find out. Hey, you guys stay tuned, man. I'm going to take a few days off, and then we'll come back next week, hopefully with another show, and we'll talk about, and I'll have things you'll want to talk about. Jay, Will, Toot. We'll see you next week
Yes,
on Grown Man
sir.
Record Night. You guys have a good
Bye.
weekend. Happy Labor Day. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.